You believe that stepping in to help the moment your child struggles is the ultimate expression of love. But the reality is, every time you intervene too fast, their inner confidence quietly shrinks. In this video, you will see exactly how these small, everyday actions directly shape your child's inner voice and their actual ability to handle life. Think back to a moment when your child was struggling to tie their shoes. You look down, and before they can even finish the knot, you bend over and just do it for them. Deep down, you know they need to try, but a voice inside your head whispers that finishing it yourself is just faster and easier. This tiny, seemingly innocent act is one of the exact ways a child's confidence erodes silently, day after day. Today we are going to break down why our parental urgency accidentally teaches dependence instead of resilience, and how the brain deeply internalizes these exact moments. Let's look at the everyday patterns that are quietly building or destroying your child's inner confidence. Picture your child sweating over a tangled shoelace or staring blankly at a half-finished homework assignment. Instantly, a familiar voice inside your head whispers, "I don't have time for this. It's just faster if I do it." You step in, take over, and finish the task in seconds while your child watches in silence. You think you are supporting them, but in reality, you just ended their attempt before it even began. This instant gratification trains the child's brain to realize one thing: effort is pointless because a rescue is always on the way. Have you ever wondered why our kids give up so easily or crumble under the slightest frustration? The truth is, you are not stepping in too late. You are stepping in way too early. Speed is not support. It is replacement. But this emotional overprotection doesn't just stop at physical tasks. It happens quietly, deep inside your child's thoughts. Think back to the last time another adult asked your child a simple question, and your child froze for a few seconds. Instantly, you felt awkward and thought, "They are too slow. I'll just answer for them." You quickly speak up, while your child stands there, silently nodding along. The child did not fail the question. They just lost the chance to think for themselves. This innocent intervention stops the brain from building neural pathways needed to navigate uncertainty and make decisions. Do you really want your child to grow up hesitant in social situations, always looking at others for approval? Do you realize that silence is exactly where confidence begins, but you just removed it? A child who is never allowed to pause will never learn to decide. And when independent thinking is removed, their emotions are usually managed for them too. When your child bursts into tears or shows signs of frustration, an internal urgency drives you to fix it instantly. Your only thought is, "I just want them to stop feeling this right now." You quickly hand them a toy, turn on a screen, or do whatever it takes to quiet the storm. You believe you are bringing peace, but you are not ending the discomfort. You are simply interrupting their natural recovery. This sudden distraction prevents the nervous system from completing a full emotional processing cycle. These uncomfortable moments are not problems to be removed. They are processes that must be completed. A child who is never allowed to finish an emotion will never learn to survive it. But the deepest impact of this overprotection is not today's behavior. It is quietly shaping their inner voice for tomorrow. Picture your child years from now, facing a massive challenge at school or a difficult social situation completely on their own. No parent is there to rescue them, speak for them, or quiet their discomfort. In that high-pressure moment, their mind instantly searches for a safety net. "I hope someone tells me what to do," the exact ways you repeatedly reacted to them in the past. have now become internalized self-talk patterns deep inside their brain. You are not just raising a child's day-to-day behavior. You are building their permanent inner narrator. Do you really want that narrator to be a voice of self-doubt, constantly hesitating and begging for outside validation? What you say to them matters, but what you repeatedly do becomes what they say to themselves. When you are not there, your voice will still be, and that silent inner voice will determine absolutely everything they attempt next. Confidence is not built in massive parenting milestones, but in the small, quiet moments when you choose not to step in too quickly. What truly shapes your child is not what you teach them directly, but what you consistently interrupt or patiently allow them to finish on their own. Some parents act immediately just to stop the discomfort right in front of them, but other parents learn to pause long enough for real growth to happen. What you finish for them today, they will stop believing they can finish alone tomorrow. Notice just one single moment today where you caught yourself stepping in too fast. Write it down in the comments. Not to judge yourself, but simply to see your own pattern clearly. If this perspective helps you see parenting in a clearer light, feel free to stay with us for more grounded reflections like this. Sometimes, confidence is not something you have to desperately build. It is simply something you need to stop interrupting.